So with all the options in set, everything going on fine, and people coming into the live stream, we're going to go ahead, pump our shoes, and you know, start right away. Right away, sir. A new start as the Grand Wallachian nation under the vassalization of the Ottomans. I'm not agreeing with that, but there's no better way for us to start without like getting squashed in the freaking first few seconds of the game. So I start as a principality, like a feudal sort of feudal monarchy, national manpower modifier, income from vassals. That's not very useful because I don't think we'll ever have vassals. Have our leader, a free 1-2, Voivode Vladislav II. Have a basic starting technology, we have our tradition, 5% more discipline and hostile core creation on us, plus 50%, that is very good. And the bonus idea for having all our ideas will be 20% more manpower recovery speed, and our ideas will be cunning diplomacy, plus 1 diplomatic reputation, plus 20% provincial trade modifier, minus 25% to mercenaries, minus 10% advisor cost, plus 1 land leader shock, plus 1 yearly legitimacy, that is very good, and plus 20% national manpower modifier. Alright, well, fair enough, that should be pretty good for a start. We have 39 development points for level 3, and 3 provinces. Compared with the Ottomans, I think we have no right to say anything, and we should be thankful that we're a vassal. I know many people, like many hardcore nationalists from India, are going to say, "Oh, how you dare do that?" You know, it's just a secret tactic. Don't worry about it. We're going to work it out. So let's rock and roll. Eastern Technic Group will be a little bit annoying because, you know, it's not really that far behind. It's just 20%, but like you do get behind tech. So the idea is like, do you invest in technology in order to keep up, or do you wait in order to like fall behind and then you could westernize? Oh, but like Hungary is also Eastern. I did not know that. Like only like Austria is like Western over here. And look at that, Styria starts so freaking big, and like, holy crap, what the hell happened? I really have to check my my history over here. It was like a independent Styria, like a very strong one actually. I actually like want to skip a few years to see what happened over there. It was like just something happened there. Never mind then. But you know, since we start over here, you know, history could change. You know, we might see the end of Austria and the rise of Styria. But for me, it's not really that much of a difference. They are just like the Western. We don't care about that. We need to click the play button over here, right below my face. The reason I put it over here, it's the map that's over here, so it's not really that much important stuff. There's like no other place where I could put it because there will be numbers and stuff everywhere. So I think it's the best way, and I'm going to go right ahead. No more waiting. And for the purpose of this live stream, since we're playing as Wallachia, I'm going to consume some nice like rum, some biscuits with rum. Traditional over here, really. So yeah, this is how we start as usual. Okay, guys, we do have our castle over here. So yeah, the buildings, the previous building model has been completely removed and replaced with like something different. So apparently we can build stuff over here. That's interesting. I'm sorry, I really like shouldn't eat, but I'm kind of hungry, and so yeah, there's like a war with Hungary. So look at this, within your fort zone of control. That's very interesting. And then there's a fort over here, which is not under our control. So I'm not exactly sure what the forts do right now. What we should do though is like be prepared, because we might need to like withdraw from the way of the giant Hungarian army. And if that's necessary, then we're going to go right ahead and like scorch earth, make sure that they don't get anything. Let's check out our stuff. We are making a decent amount of points. I think the best tactic for us over here would be to like not don't care about interesting. Just don't care about like technology. Maybe like just the first technology, just to get like the basic buildings, and only invest in like development, you know. So that way we'll fall behind in technology, which will allow us to westernize, while at the same time we'll like develop our own nation. That will obviously cost a lot of money, but you know that's as much as you can do. So, let's make our ruler into a general, pretty decent. And then let's see our missions. Improve our prestige is our own mission, and I don't think we'll be able to do it. Okay, I'm sorry. This is like the last one, so no more chewing for me. I'm just saying, like, getting to a plutocratic administration and becoming a republic, that would be very interesting for us, but we need to complete like trade and economic ideas, which are ideas that I very rarely pick for myself. Oh, we need to get to like level 5 just to get like our first idea, which I really don't know which one should it be, but hey, that's a long time ahead. So we did hire our military leader. We could hire an advisor. Oh, this is a new thing. Retiring this advisor. Ah, you can now retire an advisor, so you can have another slot. We don't have any national unrest. I guess our diplomacy is not the best, so we could hire a diplomatic advisor. At the same time, we could hire like a military advisor since we're at war. Let's just go for diplomacy for now. It's going to cost some money, obviously, but I think we can handle it. We're going to go ahead and raise war taxes. And even with that, we are still not making money. That's because we are paying our fee to the overlord. And obviously the fort maintenance, that's a new thing, but we will keep it on for now. But from what I understand, you can mothball the fort, yeah, from over here, which will reduce its maintenance. Alright, so we're going to start on with the time. And it seems as expected. No, they're going the other way. And those ones are movement locked. Oh, but they are reinforced. Oh, we're also at war with Serbia. I don't really care much about this war. I guess we could help just to get a little bit of prestige and like, I don't know, maybe, what's it called? Army tradition. What do you guys think? Should we or should we not care at all about this war? No, it's not our war, it's the Ottomans' war. Freaking what do I care about it? Well, that's quite a substantial army positioned in the fort. I think the fort like gives a sort of penalty if you attack straight on. Oh, there seems to be a battle engagement over there. So we are going to go and try and help. That's a huge stack. Okay, they are reinforcing, but we're also going to reinforce, and hopefully they'll also come over there from the fort. We might arrive too late. That's also a new thing that they have added. Yeah, we arrived just in time with the extra units, and we managed to stack wipe the army. So a new thing that they have added is once you have done 50% of the movement towards a province, you can no longer go away from it, you know? You can no longer like cancel it once you have done like 50% of it, which should be like I think it appeared with like a black arrow. See, there's like a small. So right now, if I say like stop, like it will still do the movement. You know, I can no longer stop it. They have very quickly siege that. So yeah, provinces that don't have a fort are much easily siege now, but the forts are going to be way harder to take over, and those are the things that really determine whether you control a province or not. So let's see over here. Does seem to be pretty much the same. And now it can only attack a fort if it has a breach. You can no longer assault it without a breach, which is not necessarily 100% realistic. But, you know, what can you do? So, since the Hungarian army is stack wiped, who else is in this war? Serbia. I think we're totally fine to go ahead and mothball our fort. I know that we have mothball forts while we are in a war, but there's really not much risk for them to fall. And it will save a lot of money, which we will need. Speaking about that, I suppose we can build some build some buildings. Not yet, but we could make some developments. So the developments, you can basically spend the points in order to get like more benefits. So each region has its own like development thing. Oh, that army is going straight for us. Oh, I forgot there's like an Ottoman army there, so I'll just stay. Has its own development, so there's like what's it called? There's like military development, which like gets you the maximum manpower thing. There's like production development, and there's like the freaking tax-based development. And all of them, like the more you're getting, the more income or goods produced or other things like that give you. Alright, we will redo this fort because they are currently going to siege it and we're going to need the land back for it. Yeah, they are sieging it, but hopefully we did manage to get enough men back. And they still cannot assault it without a breach, so it's not really that bad that we mothballed it. They're going to engage over here, so we're going to go right ahead to assist. Hopefully we can get out of the way fast enough. Oh my god, we're just one day behind. Okay, they arrive over there. They're going to get pretty much slaughtered over here. I don't think I will arrive. Let's receive the monetary benefits for now, because I'm not really that great at the trade game. Could look into it for now. So right now we are just we're transferring trade power from Crimea to Constantinople, and from Constantinople to Ragusa, which is apparently our home node. Why that I really don't know. We are currently winning this war against Hungary, so you know that's totally fine by me. Let's go ahead and maybe siege one of these defenseless provinces, and then we can go ahead and like re-mothball the fort just to make us more money. I'll just accept this mission. I don't think I'll ever be able to finish it. Maybe, I mean, this war will give us some prestige, that's nothing to say, but you know, I really don't think. Let's go ahead and like improve our relations with the Ottomans, and sure, why not with the oh, like Moldovians like view us with hostility. That's too bad. We could really make something out of it. Maybe with like Austria or like with Poland. I don't know. They still have like positive attitude, but they want our provinces. So let's hopefully work something out there. Alright, so we occupy that. And look over here, for example, we can no longer move into it because it's blocked by a hostile fort. So I guess we cannot take it until this fort is taken over, which is like a really interesting mechanic. So you can no longer like steamroll an entire country, you know, you have to like take it piece by piece, which is interesting. Now technically it's not, it wasn't realistic, 100% realistic before to just go throughout the entire nation just to stack wipe the army. But technically you could do it, just that the attrition and the supply would be like so bad that it's not really feasible. And let's just get out of here before our attrition becomes like way too bad. The Ottomans are doing fine on their own. What we could do is go and help out in Serbia. Would make an easy battle over there, and we will help with the sieges, and all that will be just splendid. Have the advisor hired. That is costing us quite a lot of money, the advisor, but the extra points will be good, which we are making nevertheless. Could improve our development, but obviously it costs points, and as you improve it, it will further increase, it will cost even more points later on, so you know, it all comes with a certain cost. Okay, we're going to hopefully steamroll this. This is just one cavalry unit, so absolutely no chance. Victory for us. Again, like a little bit of prestige and army tradition, just barely. Actually, our army tradition is halfway decent. And as you can see, we'll immediately take this over because they don't have a fort. Like it says 100% chance. It's just like an occupation time. You just go in and like occupy. Oops. I forgot to like mothball this place. And I can no longer do it, and unfortunately they came over here, so this might be dangerous. Kind of a weird way to go, right, like around over here. Hopefully they won't be able to take it over. We do have like fewer forces and smaller level because oh, they instantly like breached the walls, and now they can assault it if they want. They do have enough forces. Hopefully the Ottomans will come in to help soon enough. How are you guys feeling about this? Yeah, pretty interesting. I could go ahead to go with speed 3. I think there's really not much of that happening. Ottomans, I hope they are not over pushing their limits with wars. The Ottomans are very aggressive at the beginning of the game, but you know, that could turn against them in a heartbeat. They're just going to occupy all the Serbian like unimportant provinces. In the meanwhile, the Ottomans are sieging their capital, and also Kunyad over here, which has a fort. Really like them if they could like at least spare an army to assist me in like defending my capital over there. But you know, you can only ask for so much from the Grand Sultan. Bosnia declare war on Serbia, just like picking on their freaking weak counterparts. That's so wrong. There should be a ready to like move away if everything bad happens. They have occupied the capital. Oh, but there's like a small Serbian army there. Is going to be taken over. Right, we're going to move in together and reclaim my capital. Serbia has accepted peace. Wow, did they get like almost fully annexed? They have only one province left. Now Hungary is alone in this war, which is pretty much getting crushed right now. Can take out this small one unit on our own. And the Ottomans will be very thankful for that we did that. I fought to the end, improved relation, vassal, you know, war together. We previously war at war, but no, not really that much. Defended our territory, yeah, there you go. That values a lot. Now they're going to go ahead and occupy all those buildings, and obviously now we can go further because this fort was occupied. So apparently you can like occupy the direct adjacent provinces. You can go through them, but afterwards you can no longer go through them if there is a fort holding it. And I do believe that if we occupy it, we directly give them to the Ottomans, the province. Renew war taxes. They're very costly. Let's not do it for now. I don't think this war will take for much longer. Go ahead and like take out this small Hungarian unit. And then go back and take Zeppelin afterwards. There we go. Trying to maintain a little bit of prestige over here. And like go ahead and take out this one as well. Just gaining a little bit of prestige, a little bit of army tradition. All those are nice. I don't think we'll be able to catch it. Oh, we did. Right, fair enough. Now we're just going to wait. Although they are building up, but we're going to try and wait and like claim a province or two. Meanwhile, they're also going to claim these ones. So it's just like the walk back and forth. But the ones who control the forts are really the ones who like make the difference. So let's mothball this fort for now because they seem to be going there once again. We're going to flatten this unit as well. Without any problem. I don't know why they have... Oh, we got in like 2 different wars all together right now. Athenian conquest of Icaea. They like went ahead to conquer Athens, and they also got into a war with Genoa and the Papal States. That might be a little bit dangerous because it might involve like a lot of European countries. Like involves Urbino. What country is that? It's like an Italian country. Interesting. Alright, we're going to occupy yet another region over here. Just keep the the Hungarians busy, sort of. Are we getting like spoils of war from all this occupation? We should be. It says like on every province, it says like the total amount of loot in a province. Oh, nobles family food. We're going to get a little bit of autonomy. It's not really that the end of the world. Oh, cannon folder. Our liege has seen fit to force the servitude of our subject to make up for foolish leadership. And it will probably remain that way. This is an outrage! 15% liberty desire. What the hell is 50% leadership desire? Oh, did we get like liberty desire ourselves? To like do our people want independence from the Ottomans? That would be a pretty interesting mechanic. I don't know where I could check that though. The Ottomans are subject to us. Military focus, subject interactions. Yeah, I know that's a new thing. Vassal income. Weird. Oh, I don't really think I want to go into that general direction. So just going to go for the capital just in order to like get away. Oh, that's so awkward. Yeah, we're going to take them out. The Ottomans should like get their armies together and freaking do something right and not get involved into like tens of thousands of wars at the same time. Obviously we cannot peace out because we are just a vassal. They're still positive in all three wars, but they shouldn't get like too ahead of themselves. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, we once again like third time when we occupied that province. Just get a sip of Mountain Dew while we relax and let our armies do the work. We are losing a little bit of money, but that's because we are at war. I think I can unmothball the fort though. There doesn't seem to be any immediate threat right now. Let's go ahead and take out this army in Temesh. Oh, there it is, Liberty Desire. All vassals, relative power to the Ottomans, opinion of the Ottomans, trust towards the Ottomans, events and provinces if it represents our country's desire for independence. They may turn rebellious if their liberty desire is over 50%. That's very interesting because it's our country, so will the people rise in the idea of like becoming in like trying to win independence? I would totally support that kind of revolution, but unfortunately the Ottomans are just way too big for that to happen, and it's going down. We are in a pretty good relation. What I hope that won't happen is like I hope the Ottomans cannot annex us as a vassal. You can annex a vassal and you just send it, and it's a tedious process that takes a little bit of time. Right now we don't have like the relationship necessary, but if we have, I sure as hell hope that that cannot happen. They need to get, to our opinion, to like 1,900. I mean 190, and then technically they can annex us. A game that isn't Counter-Strike, yay! Product placement check, Mountain Dew. It's dude, as I said, it's not about product placement. This is like the most generic freaking drink that you can have as a gamer. So obviously, it's not that I'm currently receiving money from the back just to drink this Mountain Dew in front of everyone. Glad to see you back in action, Mew99, and hey, it wasn't Counter-Strike the last time, so why do you get so mad? As I said, I don't know what you have with Counter-Strike. I really like that game, and holy crap! Jesus! Look at this! They just made a giant penis inside of Hungary. This is the perfect like representation that the Hungarians just got fucked by the Ottomans. Holy crap, look at this. Look at this mess. Now, admittedly, this will mean a lot of freaking aggressive expansion. Tyrant Overlord, yeah, that's something. That will mean a lot of aggressive expansion with the that the Ottomans will gain from everyone, basically. So they went at war with Athens. Oh, they did, but it got occupied by Achaea. I'm not exactly sure how that is pronounced. Alright, moving on then. Could go ahead for like full speed. This is going to be like a steamroll of a game. Think I can go ahead and like reduce my army maintenance and you know, just like hell, I could even raise war taxes because we are technically at a war, but we don't really care about it. A war with Trier and the Papal States. Well, I don't care about that. Just give me the money and I'll be on my merry way. So we're just going to get like the first one or two technologies, and then I'm going to like use them to use all my points and the money to like invest and create like the most powerful internal nation, you know, internal nation. I could build one over here. Grant privileges, lose 10 legitimacy, national tax modifier. I suppose 10 legitimacy is not going to be that bad. We're not, it's not influenced by anything right now. We're going to recall our diplomat with the Ottomans, call our diplomat with Moldavia, which right now views us with neutrality. Could get a royal marriage, but we're a subject country. It is not up to us. Can't just two subject countries marry each other? You know, they're just like kids, and we ask our parents, you know, Moldova ask Poland, and we ask the Ottomans to like marry each other, maybe? That's too bad. Yeah, we're trying to make a little bit of bank over here. That will be a little bit of extra income. Indeed, the diplomatic expenses are going to be painful at the beginning, but we can't really do much about it. I cannot wait to get freaking like some governmental buildings over here. Like the temple is the first, and we could also build a marketplace once it's available. Just need technology, and for that we just need time in order to get points. And Liberty Desire though, it's kind of up there, but it's still decreasing, so I'm not really that worried. Craving for Mountain Dew? Yeah, I suppose. It is very good. I know. I actually prefer like Sprite more than Mountain Dew, but you know, just for the sake of the gaming community, I just choose it. I will pretty much be at zero score for like ever. I don't know. I think we should have gained some military score because we like won a few battles, maybe. We're not at our force limit, so we could build a little bit more. It's the problem that we have an advisor hired, and that's like costing us more than we could technically afford. And that's our biggest problem. But I am okay with having a diplomatic advisor. Frankly, I could go ahead and like focus on something. What should we focus on? How old is our leader? Like 32 years. I would like to get the administrative technologies out there. And the reason for that being is that because I want to get the first ideas, you know. I'm going to focus on administrative. For 25 years, that's okay. It will take like pretty much that much time to get rid of that. Hmm. I think we should just cancel the mission and hope we get a better one. And our first national idea, I don't know, since we're only focusing on like internal development, we could get like maybe administrative idea. Nah, not really that good. Innovative idea could be wonderful, make the technologies much cheaper, and after we westernize it would be amazing. Economic ideas would definitely be very, very good for us. Economic ideas, humanist ideas, just the idea of like being nice. Trade ideas could also bring some income. Espionage ideas would be just wonderful to just fuck up with everyone around us. Our enemy, the Papal States, I freaking couldn't care as much about that as ever. How are you guys, the Ottomans doing over here in their war against like some imaginary enemies like Genoa, the Papal State? I don't freaking know what these countries are. I'm just sitting over here and holy crap, do they have rebels? Something tells me that they shouldn't have sieged and occupied this much of freaking Hungary. You know, just an idea. If I were them, I would just bail out of this war. You know, freaking get some war reparations and some money and let that be it, and just take care of our internal issues for now. But hey, I'm not. I'm just a vassal. You know, who the hell am I? Oh man, the Twitch chat are just so freaking hilarious. Yeah, they have gained like CEO, which is where this is Luca. We accepted military alliance. Like, can I see like the previous peace treaty? They did get a province from like Genoa, but I just couldn't like see it. Oh my god, they have lots of rebel problems there. Hopefully they can deal with them. Yeah, but since the war is over, it should be pretty freaking easy. I'm even going to go ahead and help them like unsiege Silistra, and that will give me a little bit of extra reputation, diplomatic relation with them. There you go. They love us now. In the idea that hopefully maybe they won't bother us. Alright, so we're going to get the first administrative technology, which will allow us to build our temples, which I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Oh my god, it costs they have pretty much double the costs. Oh, balls. But now I think now it doesn't like cost points to build them. Yeah, it just costs money and you use the points for the development. Interesting, interesting. Technically we could take a loan or two. You know, it's a future investment. You take a loan to like build something that will make you more money, so in future you would like pay it off. And we have a heir. Sale of tiles. Gold is sign of nobility. Nobility cannot be bought. Obviously going to get that and get to +1 stability, which will bring us more like national tax modifier, national global trade power, spy defense. So we're going to win more money from that either way. Sure, like 7 upfront ducats would have been nice, but you know, this is fine too. The Ottomans have a regency council now, which is rather interesting. We do have our son, Alexandru Danesh, a 035 heir, which is pretty bad actually. It will be a lot of military points. So I guess I'll just spend on like military development when it's done. The Holy Roman Empire have elected Ludwig I of Hesse as their new emperor. That's very interesting, like not Austria as the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire. That's very new. Obviously that's also too far away for us to be a concern. We're just making money over here, handling our own internal business. Ask them to like become a march, which like I can't remember. It like gives you a little bit of Manpower modifier. Basically, a marsh is like a strong militarized vassal that you put on the border of an enemy. Obviously, we're not in that situation, so I shouldn't complain too much. How much longer until we get that first diplomatic technology? Not that much. Same for the military one. Should be in this one next year and this one in 2 years. That's with speed 4, so we are taking a lot of time. We're going to get the next administrative technology a lot faster. Speaking about technologies, I think we are already behind compared to like all these countries. Like look, they already have like 444. We only have 14. The other ones are actually behind us as well because they have like Ottoman Tech Group, which is 125, more expensive, and obviously the countries over there are going to fall behind even further. But we're also going to fall behind in the idea that hopefully we'll be able to westernize at some point, but from the looks of it, we're never going to like border a Western nation unless the Ottomans decide to westernize off of Styria. Bosnia declare war on Hungary. And that concerns us how? Oh, is like Bosnia an ally of the Ottomans? Royal marriage, apparently they are. Alright, there's a lot of development over here. Should we get into this? No, I don't have the money for such a thing. Nah. Yeah, you guys go have fun at war. Yeah, I'll be just sitting here counting my money. Actually, we could go and just have some fun looking at them. Oh, it's like we declared war against Bosnia, which has Bohemia as an ally. How are inflation doing? Technically, we are spare no expenses. Alright, this is enough to gain our next diplomatic idea. And from now on, I don't really care that much about diplomatic technology. The next military idea will come up soon. The only thing I care about right now is get the next administrative technology so I can get my first idea. Which I think I'm going to go for economic. Not generally what I pick, but pretty interesting. Obviously, like military ideas doesn't really make much sense since we're not going to go too much at war since we're a vassal nation. Espionage would be interesting just to mess up with all our neighbors. And apart from that, really not much. Yeah, allow the caffeine to kick in. Initially, I didn't even know that the Mountain Dew has caffeine. I was like, oh, it's just like Sprite with a different taste, but apparently it has, so I don't know what to say about that. It's taking so long to make money. I don't know, should we like... We're not really paying that much in maintenance. I was thinking like we could disband our armies altogether. It will save us like 0.31 ducats. But the thing is that the most important spending is our advisor, which is not really making much back, because we're not making that much into trade whatsoever. And we are basically keeping him around for the extra diplomatic point because our leader is not very good in diplomacy. So technically, since we already got that diplomatic technology, I don't really care. So sorry dude, you'll be booted off. Yeah, we did lose like 0.01 trade because so he was providing us, due to his trade efficiency, 0.01 extra ducats while costing 1 extra ducat a month. So now we're going to make a lot more money and I'm pretty happy about that. Still at war over here, but the Ottomans are just... Look at that, they're just steamrolling through everything. Now we're going to make money hand over fist, we're going to build temples everywhere. We're just all going to be rich and happy and forever after. Also going to spend like in development. Once we have like diplomatic power, we could go ahead and improve our production development. 65, 63, 66. I think it also says what influenced the costs. Oh, because we're a subject nation, it costs more to develop. And because of our current development, but it's cheaper in the capital, and that's interesting. Good to know. Yeah, gotta adore that music. Let's go ahead and speed it up. Yeah. This is going to be a fun campaign, just sitting, doing internal developments. Yeah, it would be very interesting if you could have policies. You know, we could do all these like libertarian policies, like abolish slavery, like, you know, freedom of religion, freedom of press, all these radical ideas that back then were like, oh my god, you know, you could have an opinion? What the fuck is that? You know, you could do that, all of them, and you know, nobody would even care because we're just a vassal. I really love if the Ottomans would just maybe give me a territory, just, you know, one there, over there. Close down the patriarchy. Oh, that's pretty nasty. How they dare do that? Well, luckily they cannot, like, redeclare war on us, you know. Right, we got the next military technology, and theoretically we could grab the next one as well. With military technology, you should focus on it until you get, like, the first cannons. And afterwards you are good to go and forget about it for a while. So we finally got to like the 444 technology, as most of these countries, which are like already at like what, 544. Technically we are the level of France, so not really that mad. Can never have too much money, that is very true. And by the way, what we're producing? We're producing wool and grain. Not really the best, but hey, what can you do? 95, we're almost able to like make our first building. Where should we build it? Let's see how much we're making over here. We could technically build it in our capital, it would be the best. I think I'm just going to build it over here though. Buzo will be a temple. There you go. I have a new mission, accumulate money. It could have come a little bit sooner, but that will give us extra prestige, which will be good. We are accumulating money because, you know, we're just... the buildings like instantly get built. Oh no, it takes a little bit of time, but that's fine. I can spend money on development. Let's go ahead and improve like our production development, see how it looks. Interesting, so obviously the cost goes up. We did spend a lot of diplomatic points doing that. But it's fine, it's fine. I think it was totally worth it to do that. We have like the manpower is like capped right now since we haven't been at the war. And even the war in which we have been, we haven't really participated much except the first Hungarian one, in which we try to like go in and like make a few battles here and there, just like activate all forts, small all forts. So this is a good command over here if you have like a big empire. Just like acted like sort of reinforcements for the Ottomans in case they needed some extra cannon fodder. And that will be the end of this Mountain Dew. Yes, served me well. Truce with Genoa and the Papal State has expired. I really couldn't care about that. Hey! We got another Twitch streamer! Hooray! I mean a Twitch commentator. And he has been introduced into the cult of the Illuminati, which is just splendid. That's obviously the plan that has obviously been the plan all along with these streams. I'm just an undercover agent of the Illuminati, just trying to like build a world order by streaming video games. That works. How much until we finish this mission? How much did we have? 32. Alright, this is going to be pretty soon, pretty fast. Next technology, like the administrative technology, will also pop very soon. And we're going to grab economic ideas, and afterwards everything should be fine and sugary. Alright, let's see, let's get like more production development over here. Let's get even more stability. Hell yeah, we're going to make money hand over fist now. Technically, with all the improvements, like we finished the temple over here. We can also build like marketplaces that are our first diplomatic idea, so I'm going to do that once it's done. Yeah, finished accumulate money. We're never going to improve our prestige because we don't really have how. Could technically reduce autonomy over here. And if they dare to like rise up or anything like that, you know, we could just like, oh, we have the Ottomans to back us up. And man, the buildings are way more expensive now. 100 instead of 50 early on, it's like a lot. Also, like the next administrative technology is also going to increase our production efficiency. So we're doing pretty fine. Trying to learn at this game. Total War is awesome. Yeah, definitely. I also love to play Total War. I played like what's it called? Like in Napoleon Total War, Shogun 2 Total War, and Rome 2 Total War. Really great games. This game is not really as closed down as that one. Oh, we're definitely going to get more national prestige. Now we might just be able to get that mission to improve our prestige, but I highly doubt it. So we can get our first idea, and since I said that I'm going to mostly focus internally, I'm going to grab... Oh, they got into another war, the Ottomans. Let's see if I care. I'm going to grab the economic ideas. And since we are already focusing on administrative technology, it'll be good enough because we can dump points over there without even worrying that much. Also, like the modifiers for the buildings are different now. It was like plus 10 or 20% for the temple, and now it's like plus 40%. Same with the marketplace. So they are much stronger, but at the same time they are much more expensive. So it's you know, back and forth. So we did improve over here. Could go and improve. Yeah, let's go and develop like military and 755. Suppose we could go for like just to make them equal of 5 administrative development over here. Improve our tax base, which will obviously mean more money, and that's always good. Just seeing the income rise makes my heart happy. Hey, you can even raise war taxes because technically we're at war. Just like fool the population and like save a little bit of money on maintenance. You know, guys, we're at war against the evil Trebizond. Oh my god, we're going to grab the money for this time because we're almost at like plus 3 stability. Which is like very stability, it's okay. Getting a plus 3 is like very, very rare. And yeah, with the next 100 points, I don't know, we should build like maybe another temple. I think I'll just go with the temples first because the marketplace, it will give you like local trade power, but we don't really have that much trade sphere in order to like work anything out of it. We don't control the home node. We don't have really that many provinces, so just going with raw taxation and production once we have those available will be good enough. Like the workshop. Like the Ottomans are just declaring war left and right, which, you know, fine by me. Look at this. Just a bunch of units just murdering each other. That's always fun about war, you know, just thousands of people just going and slaughtering each other for no good reason whatsoever. We're smarter than that. We're just staying and you know, make a serious bank. We're going to make like so much. We're going to improve our provinces so much that we're probably going to become like the most developed nation by the end of the game. Right, we build the temple over there. Very, very costly, but once it's done, it's going to bring us even more money. Like, is there any way to like check the... Oh yeah, I remember over here you can check the development of the nation. 43 right now, and we started with like, what, 29? Which is already, you know, going up. Definitely go ahead and like invest some more, but I'm going to save the administrative points to like grab the economic ideas. First one will give us like national tax modifier. Next one like minus 20% build cost. That's going to be huge for us considering how much the buildings cost. Accepted peace, white peace. Frankly, I couldn't even care that much. 2.5% more taxes because of a successful bureaucracy. Wow, how are we getting all the good events now? And in the previous playthrough, everything was like so shitty. All hell's the Google. Oh shit, no, hell no, Google. Freaking taking over our lives and everything. Just, jeez. Yeah, the other ones seem to be handling themselves pretty well. And that's why I chose to do this kind of different campaign in which I would just like focus on internal issues more than anything else. And you know, if we could ever like gain independence from the Ottomans, like I don't think we can directly, we don't really have the power, but what we could do is maybe could try to convince a nation to support independence between a subject nation and the... Oh, Lithuania is not we'll lose some diplomatic power. Mercantilism is pretty good. Poland cannot reach the Ottomans. What do you mean? You're like almost there. There's just one province away. How about you, Hungary? Not a valid target for support independence. Yeah, that's like the biggest problem where it's so far away. The Ottomans like will need to lose some wars. So the fact that I'm not intervening to help their wars is actually good for us, you know. If they lose any wars and get weaker, it will be a bit better for us to gain our independence later on. Which we would totally do at the first chance. We're making like so much money now, as I said. Could like reduce inflation, yeah, because it's affecting the building costs, and since the buildings are costing way more now, I think it's more than valid to do that. So let's do it. It will delay like our... I thought that like the inflation would get reduced automatically. Well, technically we could wait. I think what? Yeah, the National Bank like reduces inflation on its own. So you know, we're not going to spend money on that. Once we get that idea, it's going to be done on its own. How's the stream chat doing? Oh my god. Yes, as I said, at the beginning of the stream, I have decided to play as Wallachia, but a little bit later in time. We have started in like 1453, once we are already a vassal. In the idea that this will allow us to like focus more internally and less on external politics, and like build a strong nation that will be ready to like declare independence at first sight of trouble for the Ottomans. The Ottomans do start very strong and aggressive, but later on, unless they westernize, they will fall back on technology, and unless like the European countries collapse to some sort of weird events, they're eventually going to like get demolished. So you know, we're going to need to build a temple over here, but there is a little bit of autonomy. So I think I'm just going to reduce it. Now this will increase some unrest, and it will start rising up over here. But yeah, it's a 1.5% chance of increasing it by 10%. They are estimating that in about 55 years there will be a rebellion over here. I really don't think that is really that big of a problem, and reducing autonomy is good because it gives us even more money from taxes. And we're going to get bureaucracy, the first idea for us, which also gets us closer to our own Wallachian ideas. The first one isn't really that good, just diplomatic reputation. This one is slightly better, this one is more like meh. This one is pretty decent, meh. This one is really good. And this one is okay. Can hire an engineer for military power, decline offer. We really don't really want to lose prestige, so we're going to hire him. Speaking about that, we could definitely go ahead and improve our military development. I'm going to go ahead and do that all across the countries. And look at that, Styria has gone bankrupt. So yeah, despite the big Styria over here, they are eventually going to fall back into Austria. Weird, kind of a weird way how they start. Alright, so we did develop, like, we did spend a lot of, like, military development points, which is going to, like, what does this do? Reduces, like, increases manpower, maximum manpower, decreases local recruitment time, and increases garrison growth. That's interesting. Let's see, if we have an advisor that, like, increases prestige, I might grab it. Okay, peace with Trebizond, a white peace with Trebizond, really? Here's just like a one province minor. Ottomans, I thought you were better than that. I think that like the freaking war exhaustion is starting to get to them as well, and what's it called, overextension and aggressive expansion, all those negative effects once you start conquering so much. Fair enough. And finally, this one. Oh, look at that with the power projection. Yeah, we don't really have that. We're a vassal nation, so we won't really care about rivals. Okay, we're ready to build our first building. Could build like a castle over here. It costs 201. It will like improve the castle over here, I think. I'm not exactly sure how that one works. Yeah, let's go ahead and build a temple there. That's fine. Even more money for us. 225. Look at that. And we're getting closer to our next idea, which will be absolutely fantastic once we get it, because the cheaper, like minus 20% building costs. Considering like they cost 100, that will mean 80 instead of 100. That will save us so much money. Basically, at each 5 buildings, we can build one more. And that's amazing. Should also like save some to get like maybe the next administrative technology, because that unlocks the workshop, which also has like production efficiency. But we can wait on that. Not really that far behind on tech. Actually, I say that these countries are like what, 555, 566. Wow, when we are like 544, that's just embarrassing. We're going to follow. We're going to follow up. Let's get to like +3 stability. Why the hell not? It's not like we're making a lot of money anyway. So like +3 stability is like so good. Like global trade power, national spy defense, less unrest, more tax modifier, more missionary strength, quite a lot more. And yeah, with the reduced like national unrest from the stability, it will further reduce the chance for these peasants to ever rise up. Like 0.5% of increasing by 10%. The next level will be around in 166 years. I really don't think that will be a problem.